Imagine a nation where the right to bear arms is not just a law, but a fundamental pillar of its very existence, etched into the soul of its Constitution as a final guarantee of liberty. In the United States, the Second Amendment is far more than a 200-year-old parchment. It is the ultimate state-line defense for the individual citizen, a tactical shield that has survived wars, political upheavals, and the massive technological shifts of the 21st century. To truly understand the power of this right, we have to travel back to 1791, to a time when the memory of British tyranny was still fresh, and the concept of a standing professional army was viewed with deep suspicion. The Founding Fathers, men like James Madison and Thomas Jefferson, didn't just want a government-controlled military. They envisioned a well-regulated militia composed of the body of the people themselves, essentially decentralizing the power of force and ensuring that no single dictator or foreign invader could ever fully suppress the American spirit. This was the original state-line defense, a strategic architecture where every household was a potential unit of national security. The tactical reality of 400 million. Fast forward to 2026, and this concept has evolved into a staggering reality. With over 400 million firearms in civilian hands, the United States possesses a grassroots defensive capability that is numerically unmatched by any other nation on Earth. This creates a unique tactical environment where the boundary of security is not just at the national border, but at the front door of every home. From a strategic perspective, this creates what experts call a deterrence effect. Military strategists have long noted that any foreign adversary contemplating a land invasion of the United States would face an impossible tactical nightmare, a population that is not only armed, but increasingly trained in modern tactical maneuvers. In this sense, the Second Amendment acts as a massive, invisible shield, a psychological barrier that complicates the math for any hostile actor. It is a decentralized defense system that operates without a single dollar of government funding, yet provides a level of national resilience that few other countries can claim. However, in 2026, the interpretation of this right is not uniform across the country. Instead, we see a complex patchwork of state-line legalities, where crossing from one state to another can mean the difference between total freedom and a felony charge. In constitutional carry, states like Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, the Second Amendment is viewed as a natural right that requires no permit, reflecting a philosophy of individual sovereignty and self-reliance that dates back to the frontier days. In these regions, the tactical readiness of the average citizen is seen as a public good. In stark contrast, states like New York, New Jersey, and California have implemented some of the world's most stringent regulations. They utilize advanced AI algorithms to scan digital footprints and mental health records to predict potential threats before they materialize. This digital evolution of gun control has sparked a massive debate. Is the government using technology to protect its citizens? Or is it building a sophisticated surveillance state that bypasses constitutional protections? But the story doesn't end with laws. It moves into the realm of high technology. As we dive deeper into 2026, we see the rise of smart guns, firearms equipped with biometric fingerprint scanners and RFID chips that ensure only the authorized owner can pull the trigger. Proponents argue that this technology could virtually eliminate accidental shootings and the use of stolen weapons in crimes. However, traditionalists and tactical experts warn that electronics can fail in a life or death situation. Do you trust a battery and a computer chip when your life is on the line? Simultaneously, we are witnessing the 3D printing revolution. Untraceable ghost guns can now be manufactured in a garage with a few clicks of a button, rendering traditional gun control measures almost entirely obsolete. This has forced a complete rethink of how state-line defense is managed in a world where digital blueprints can bypass physical borders in seconds. We cannot ignore the massive economic power behind the Second Amendment. In 2026, the American firearms industry is a multi-billion-dollar engine that drives innovation in material science, optics, and ballistics. This isn't just about manufacturing, it's about a massive ecosystem of tactical training centers private security firms, and technological research. This industry ensures that American civilians often have access to equipment that is on par with, or even superior to, many foreign militaries. The economic reality is that millions of jobs and billions in tax revenue are tied to this constitutional right, making it a permanent fixture of the American landscape. This economic strength ensures that the tools of defense are constantly evolving, keeping the individual citizen at the cutting edge of personal security technology. This brings us to the core of the 2026 debate. As our world becomes more digital, more monitored, and more volatile, does the individual's right to a physical weapon stay relevant? One thing is certain: the Second Amendment is not a stagnant piece of history, but a living, breathing, and highly explosive part of America's national security framework. It defines the boundary between the power of the state and the rights of the individual. Whether you see it as a vital safeguard for freedom or a dangerous relic that fuels violence, its tactical role in the American identity is undeniable. As technology continues to push the limits of what is possible, the conversation around the right to bear arms is only getting started. It is the line in the sand, the ultimate state line that ensures the balance of power remains with the people. If you want to understand the complex strategy, the hidden history, and the future of the world's most critical lines of defense, make sure to join our growing community by subscribing to the channel. I am your narrator for State Line Defense, and we will see you in the next tactical breakdown. What do you think? Is the Second Amendment still America's strongest shield? Let us know in the comments below.